This is not coaching and it's not baking. And it's definitely not selling leggings. I went looking around for businesses and specifically for women of a certain age that are actually pulling the math of at least, $50 to $150 an hour ish, and what they built kind of made me mad because I didn't learn sooner these things. I worked my butt off. And here's the thing. When you search for home business ideas, especially for women of a certain age, you get the same recycled list every single time. Start a blog, sell candles, become a life coach, open an Etsy shop. And I'm not saying that any of these ideas are bad. They are not bad. I have advised people to use these ideas. I've helped people using these ideas. It's just that it takes a long time to make any significant amount of money. And I will say that that is kind of the case because there's always a learning curve. There's always a mindset in the process. But some of them require you to build pretty much a second full-time job on top of the life that you're already living. And that's the part that nobody talks about. You're not 22 with zero responsibility. And I'm not saying every 22-year-old has zero responsibilities. Of course not. My 22-year-old has lots of responsibilities. I'm just saying what they say all the time is you have all the time in the world to figure it out. And at our age, we don't have that time. We have a life. We have people depending on us. And we've got maybe an hour or two, maybe, if we want to squeeze it in, between everything else we have to handle. And the last thing you need is some guru telling you to hustle harder. That's just exhausting. Truth is that I just got tired of seeing the same surface level advice from everyone. And so I started digging. I digged a very big rabbit hole. You could do it too. Reddit threads, YouTube, comment, case studies, and while I follow influencers, I wasn't looking for influencers because not all of us want to be influencers. A lot of us just want to be ordinary women quietly making real money at home, period, over and out, right? To allow the freedom that we really want. And there are a few patterns that kept showing up. No viral moment, no massive following, no complicated tech stack. And the way they did it is what I want to walk you through, these patterns. And the third one is what really caught me off guard in the beginning. So the first pattern was a simple service business around something you already know what to do with. You already know how to do. That's the word I want, not what to do. Well, what to do too. But you already know it. It's what you have in your hand. It's a skill you have. It's a knowledge you have. It's something you already know. You don't need any certifications, no special degrees. The secret, some people I know who have degrees don't actually know what they're doing. Just unpackage that knowledge, that everyday knowledge, into something that people would pay for. Now, Shopify has published freelance rate data showing the services like virtual assistants, project-based freelance work can pull anywhere from $50 to $150 an hour, depending on what you offer and how you position it. And the thing that stood out about this approach is you don't try to learn a brand new skill. That's the best part. You look at what you've been doing for years. For example, just an example, organizing and managing projects. Turning that into a service that you can offer from your kitchen table. Think about it for a second. You probably have a skill sitting in your hands right now that someone would happily pay for you to do for them or help them with. All you got to do is frame it as a business. You stop trading hours of your life for a small paycheck or a flat paycheck and start earning based on the value of what you know, not the number of hours you sit in a chair. It's not an isolated thing. If you spend any time, checking out the Reddit communities dedicated to freelancing and remote work, you'll find thread after thread of real people, not influencers, sharing that virtual assistants and online service providers are constantly reporting that 50 to 100 an hour-ish once they dial their niche in. Actual everyday people earning a living, not polished case studies. Another one wrote a full sales page, and this pattern kept showing up repeatedly across unrelated forums. And this was another pattern to pay attention to. And it's also where it gets interesting. It's a completely different path. And this one earns commissions on autopilot. This is my favorite. You don't have inventory sitting in your garage. You don't have to make phone calls. You can. And you don't have to chase friends and family at Thanksgiving dinner. You can, but you don't have to. And it's just a page that works whether you're awake or not, whether you're fishing and hiking or not. I know in this one, it kind of sounds too good to be true, right? And I've always had that philosophy that if it sounds too good to be true, then, well, it's a big red flag, right? Then it's not true. But when you look at the people who actually built it, it's not complicated. It's a simple referral setup. Someone visits your page, they see what you offer, and they buy it. Especially if you have a good, you develop a good following on social media and you start to bring those leads in. And you earn commissions because you're an affiliate of these tools, products, and services. You don't have to hold any of the products in a warehouse. No shipping headaches. I know about those. No customer service calls at 9 p.m. It's often called affiliate or commission-based, which I already mentioned. And it's a marketing method that is well established. It's the same structure that Amazon is built on, Airbnb, and countless other software platforms that people use. And they've been using them for years to earn a cut for sending customers their way. Infrastructure already exists. You just plug in and use it. And this is the one that really got me. Money still shows up when you don't, even if you don't even open up your laptop. I've seen it. I get those commission notifications every month. When you read about those experiences online, the hardest part wasn't actually building it. The hardest part was actually believing in yourself and believing that it really is that simple, because we all overcomplicate it. I've overcomplicated it for years. We've been trained to think that earning money has to be hard and exhausting. And it's not. It doesn't have to be. But stay with me, because there is one more pattern that solves a big problem. And it's a problem that kills most home businesses before they ever get off the ground. And it's the exhausting part that AI tools get to handle for you. They handle the selling and the follow-ups that most of us hate doing. And that kind of made me mad, because how many people have had someone interested in what they offer but couldn't respond fast enough? Or in my case, maybe I didn't show up for 2 weeks on social media and I missed the one comment that said, "Send me the info, I'm interested." Now it's cold because it's weeks later and they're not interested anymore. They just disappeared. It's happened to me more times than I can count. And that's one of the complaints I consistently heard from a lot of women, is that they just don't have time to do all those follow-ups and they lose interested buyers. And the thing is, they just can't be available 24. And they don't want to be salespeople. They can't be salespeople. And honestly, they shouldn't have to be. Yes, learning the skills is super important. Absolutely. I completely know this. But plugging into those AI tools helps tremendously. That they follow up automatically so that life does. And when life gets in the way, somehow those people are still getting on your list, right? For context, AI chat is available these days easily and genuinely accessible to everyday people and solo operators. We're not talking about something that requires a whole tech team anymore. They're specifically designed for solo people running a business online. Another big problem is people being glued to their phone, right? You want to live your life and not be glued to your phone. If you're anything like me, we've had enough of that. There's one thing that these three patterns have in common, and it's where they have systems and tools in place to do the heavy lifting for them. The pages, the emails, the sales process even. They're not spending hours learning tech. They're not building websites from scratch, especially these days. They're not bumbling around trying to figure out funnels and autoresponders and all that stuff. It kind of makes our eyes glaze over. I kind of know how to set up those things, so it doesn't for me, but there were some headaches that could be avoided over the years. All of these patterns, these ideas, these models, that's the word I want, models, they use systems that have all those parts already handled. And that's the shortcut that nobody tells you about. It's not about the idea that you land on for the home business. It's about the infrastructure that already exists so you can actually make money instead of spending 6 months just setting things up. Or longer for me. And one more thing, if that last part about having the hard stuff figured out for you, and if it hits home, make sure you check out the system at prosperwithjenny.com that actually works like these systems that were built by these other home business owners. If you want to sell it to you get 80 cents on every dollar. and the entire sales process is ready for you before you even start. Links in the description below.